Hey guys, welcome back. And today we are going to be taking a look at Helion stock, HYLN. And this was suggested by this user over here. If you guys want to suggest a stock and be featured in the next video, make sure you either comment down below this video or comment down below on my weekly portfolio recap video, and I will pick one of you guys for next week. All right, getting straight into it. What does the stock do? Let's take a look. So the company originally was focused on developing hybrid and electric powertrains for heavy duty trucks. However, they have completely pivoted away from that strategy, now focus on stationary power generation using its Carnot generator platform. Just wanted to take a break from that and look into stock price really quick. As you can see, over the past year, it's up around 145%. And in the past month, it's down 6%. Past 6 months, it's up 84%. And you can see the peak here was $8-ish, and now it's trading right below 4. So it's down 50% from the highs. So what Carnot does is it uses 3D printing and linear energy architecture to generate electricity on site. And basically, the people they're trying to reach with this are data centers, EV charging hubs, waste sites, and it's pretty much any industrial location that doesn't have access to the power. Going into financials and profitability of the company is currently not profitable and is in a transition moment from going from product development to actually commercializing their products and getting them widespread use. The company is currently on track to deliver 10 early adopter units in 2026, and management aims to fully commercialize the product by end of year. EPS losses have narrowed slightly and are around negative 7 cents per share. And the company currently has a high percentage growth rate, but something to keep in mind here is that they are coming from a low base of growth, obviously, because it was nothing, because they transitioned the whole company over, and this is all that they do now. So they are growing a lot, but it is from a very low base. So you do need to keep that in mind. The main opportunity I see with the stock be that it's a brand new technology and that it can theoretically run on multiple fuel sources. From my research that I've done, I'm pretty sure it would be able to run on all of these fuel sources here stated: natural gas, propane, hydrogen, biogas, without any modifications. And this is, it's not a guarantee by the company, but that's what they're basically saying. And it's kind of hard, especially with a newer or more unknown technology like this, because a lot of these bases are all theoreticals, or like, as we'll discuss later, a lot of their deals are technically theoreticals as well, but we'll get into that later. So their technology also would have lower maintenance costs because the engine relies on linear movement without any traditional crankshafts or lubricants that are needed that kind of might need to be replaced more often, basically. And a big opportunity that I see here is that in a modern world, we're always going to need more power, basically. And if you can generate power efficiently, cheaply, with low maintenance costs, you're going to win in the long run. And a lot of stuff that's going on now is AI data center stuff and all this other AI stuff. It draws a lot of people into other aspects like power because they see AI expanding and they're like, okay, what do these things use? They use a lot of power, building a lot of this infrastructure, AI infrastructure. Then you're going to need more power. So a lot of people like names like this, which is why it has run up quite a lot. They also have contracts already secured with the Office of Naval Research for 41.7 million, and they have um, LOIs totaling over $400 million. Some risks that I see is that it's still in early stages and isn't proven yet. Obviously, management hasn't really proven themselves yet either. There's no real clear red flags. There's not a whole lot of insider selling, or they're paying themselves tons of stock options, or blah blah blah. But they haven't really proven much yet either, because they did go from one failed product and kind of switched over to this. So we'll see how they do with that. But as hinted at a little before, most of their deals are technically theoreticals because they're LOIs, and it's just it's not a contract per se. It's just an intent to actually buy it. So theoretically, of this 400 million that they technically have of LOIs, they could get zero of that because there's no actually obligation for those companies to actually purchase their product. So that's an obvious major risk that you need to take into account. And a lot of current revenue is coming from a single customer. Obviously, for a bigger company, this would be a huge red flag that would completely steer me away from the stock. But you do also have to keep in mind they are at a very small base. So if a lot of their revenue is coming from a single customer now, it's not going to really matter that much in a year or two down the line because they're going to expand to more revenue from more customers. Unless they keep on doing it from this one single customer, it doesn't really matter that much because it's a low base, as I said before. Another thing that you do have to take into account is there is probably going to be some huge dilution risk. Management will need to raise capital and raise quickly in a very competitive industry like this. So the way they're probably going to end up doing that is through dilution, which is something you don't like to see, but it's also not the biggest thing either because it's a very small company, very rapid growing industry, all of this. So you'd expect dilution with the investment. Um, Also, heavy industry competition. They are going up against huge powerhouses like Caterpillar, Cummins, Bloom Energy, and etc. There's a lot of already kind of proven companies, and if you look at like something like Bloom Energy, with their boxes, it's like it's pretty exciting new technology, I'd say, but it's already implemented and they're already a well built out company. Where something like this is a lot more speculative, and it doesn't really have full widespread adoption yet. So my final decision on the stock would be I would currently not buy the stock where it is right now, and there's a few reasons for this. First of all, I think that the company is too new for me to want to buy into it. It's There's too many what ifs and unknowns, especially if you look at the valuation of the stock. It's run up quite a bit, where obviously they've made progress, done this and that, but for where the company is, I don't think it should be trading this high. I didn't really go into all the technical analysis with basically all the numbers for the company and all of that stuff, but I did take a quick look at it, and it is pretty pricey, especially given the stage they're in. Another thing that I think you really need to consider is that all energy stocks have been up tremendously, especially following this AI build out and all of this, because I think a lot of people have already priced in the best news possible for all of these stocks. And obviously, some might perform up to it, but companies like this, where they're pivoting, they're brand new, they don't really have much revenue, they don't have many guaranteed contracts. There's going to be massive dilution. The management isn't proven yet. Company's already trading at a very rich valuation with almost no revenue, pretty much. You think about it, but and it's also in a super competitive space that I think the whole space is overvalued right now. So, with all of that being said, I personally would not buy the stock. If you do want to buy the stock, I would say you should keep it at a very small position. This is a very speculative play, and it's also, in my opinion, a very long-term play. Um, I think there probably will be a correction for energy stocks at some point in time. So if it correction does happen and you see the management continue to execute and you see the company start to go in the right direction, then I would take another look at the stock. But currently, the stock or the company is just too risky for me. There are too many unknowns with it. So personally, I wouldn't invest in it. But thank you so much for this comment. And once again, guys, if you guys want to get featured in my next video with a stock that you guys suggest that isn't in my portfolio, I will do a review of one of your guys' comments in my next video. All you got to do is hit the like button, comment under this video or under my portfolio recap video that comes out once a week, and I'll get back to you guys. So, all right, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.